So it's like what Kelvin was sharing about. You just let go. And yeah, I'm so freaking glad I found Kelvin. I feel like I wouldn't be here if I didn't find Kelvin. It genuinely like saved my life, and I'm so grateful. And I'm really grateful that I also tuned into this class again because I didn't realize there were certain little nuances that even now, 3 years down the line, I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm glad that I got to, refresh my knowledge of it as well.
Yeah, that's great, Kat. So good to see you, and thanks for sharing that for everybody. Yeah, so key thing that notice what she said, the last near the end of what she said, of how the she doesn't remember thinking the sound sometimes, right? Sometimes she doesn't even remember what it was. Doesn't remember, did I even think it? What is it? Because her mind and body, her whole system, emotions, everything, whole nervous system, whole energetic system has gotten used to letting go and allowing her mind to be out of the bucket in the Houston Astrodome analogy. To now, her mind just automatically hops out of the bucket and starts exploring the rest of itself. That's in the Houston Astrodome analogy how I would describe what she just described for us. So as you see, the technique is very important in these first few days, weeks, months, years. The technique is very important. It's very useful, right? Because if I just told you guys to just close your eyes and let your mind get out of the bucket and explore the Houston Astrodome analogy, what would happen? Everybody was sitting there ruminating, obsessing about problems that they have, because those are the thoughts that are tend to be in the forefront of our consciousness, of our mind, right? That's what would happen. So the technique is very useful, but that's why I told you guys don't define your meditation only by when and if you're thinking the sound, because eventually it drops away. That's what Kat's saying. See, just naturally, it will drop away as you naturally become more familiar with your mind just exploring itself in that way. Okay. But that can't be the technique. That's a description of what happens after the fact. We can talk about it, but that's not the technique. That doesn't get you there. Okay. I'm helping you get from point A to point B. There's so many teachers out there that just describe to you what point B is, and they just tell you to imagine point B. That doesn't help you get from where you're at point A. I'm teaching you a simple technique that helps you get from A to B. And then eventually, you don't need the technique anymore, right? It becomes that automatic.